Under a starry sky, in the central square of a remote village, a mysterious-looking stranger sat on the ground, capturing the attention of all who passed by. He closed his eyes, and intrigued onlookers approached to understand his presence. Then, suddenly, he began to narrate, "This story is for those who constantly attribute their failures to destiny and lament. By listening to it, you will realize that every person is, in fact, the architect of their own destiny. It's a true story, and it starts like this. Too long ago, in a dense forest, there existed a place of learning known as a gurukul, where numerous students sought knowledge. In ancient India, it was common for children to study away from home, in gurukuls, for several years. The teacher treated all students equally, providing the same education to everyone. On a particular day, while the teacher conducted his lessons, he noticed that one student was struggling. He approached and tried to explain again, but the student continued not to understand, even after several attempts. The teacher, feeling frustrated, asked the student to extend his hand. The student promptly obeyed. The teacher had knowledge of palmistry, the reading of hands, and upon examining the student's hand, he said, "My child, perhaps it's better for you to return home. I don't seem to see a path of study in your hands." The student inquired, "Why do you say that, teacher?" The teacher replied, "Because I don't see the study lines in your hands." Next, the teacher called another student and, pointing to the palm of his hand, began the explanation, "See, here is the study line, and this line is not present in your hands. Therefore, it might be more appropriate for you to go back home, where you can tread a different path and live your life." Faced with these words, the young man took a knife from his pocket, the same one he used for carving wood, and made a deep cut in his own hand, causing it to bleed. He then approached the teacher and said, "See, master, now I have a study line on my hand. Are you willing to teach me now?" Witnessing such an act, the teacher was overcome with emotion. Tears filled his eyes, and he warmly embraced the student. With trembling words, he said, "My young one, no power in the world can stop someone who seeks knowledge, for burning determination and tireless effort have the power to even rewrite what seems to be the lines of destiny." It is said that this same young man grew up and became famous under the name Maharishi Panini, the author of the renowned grammatical treatise Ashtadhyayi. It is remarkable to note that even after many centuries, no other comprehensive and exceptional grammar book has been conceived in any language in the world. If the sage Panini had passively accepted his mentor's words that day, believing that the lines on his hand would determine his destiny, he might not have left an indelible mark on history. Now, after absorbing this narrative, do you still hold that the lines on your palm entirely dictate your success or failure? Is life truly summed up in these marks on the hands? If so, many notable personalities wouldn't have reached the heights they have today. Determination and effort have the power to transcend even the vicissitudes of fate. Those who stand firm and work tirelessly do not bow to fate, instead, they carve their own destiny. So, when you encounter challenges in life, don't attribute everything to destiny, but remember that with determination and hard work, you can shape your own path. In the minds of the listeners, the story of Maharishi Panini's determination resonated as a call to action and change. The inspiring words of the stranger penetrated deeply, sowing hope and self-affirmation. As the sun bid farewell and the moon ascended in the starry skies, a reverent silence swept over the crowd. The message of the story resonated in the core of each individual, prompting them to see beyond appearances and embrace the inner strength that everyone possesses. Among those present, a young woman with a determined gaze timidly raised her hand. The man gave her a welcoming smile and invited her to share her thoughts. "This story has deeply touched my heart," she began. "I've always felt trapped by circumstances, believing that destiny dictates every step of my journey. However, now I realize that true freedom is within my reach, in my choices and my willingness to face challenges head-on. How can I start to shift my mindset and embrace this inner strength you spoke of?" The stranger nodded in approval, encouraging her to continue her quest for self-discovery. "My young friend, the journey of transformation begins with a change in perspective. Look beyond the limitations you impose on yourself and restrictive beliefs. Believe in your ability to shape your own destiny. By embracing self-discipline and compassion for yourself, you will strengthen your emotional resilience, allowing yourself to face challenges with courage." The young woman nodded, absorbing every word with dedication. "And what about the adversities that inevitably arise on the path? How can I keep moving forward when things get tough?" The stranger smiled, acknowledging the relevance of her question. "Adversities are an intrinsic part of the human journey. They challenge us to grow, to learn, and to overcome. When you encounter obstacles, remember that each challenge is a disguised opportunity. See them as steps in your ascent rather than barriers that hold you back. Stay flexible, adapt to circumstances, and be willing to learn from every experience." As the conversation continued, the group around them grew, forming a circle of individuals eager to absorb the shared wisdom. The stars sparkled above, seeming to applaud each step towards self-discovery. An elderly lady raised her hand gently, her voice laden with experience and wisdom accumulated over the years. "And what if, over time, doubt begins to creep in again? How can we keep our determination burning when the inner voice of fear and uncertainty becomes powerful?" The individual nodded in acknowledgement and said, "Uncertainty is an inherent aspect of the human journey. We all encounter moments of questioning and doubt. In these circumstances, it's crucial to develop the practice of introspection and inner connection. Take a moment to re-establish your connection with your principles, goals, and the deep intention you've set. Surround yourself with individuals who offer support and inspiration, seeking guidance in the community and the wisdom of those who have walked a similar path." During the conversation, hours passed, but no one seemed eager to leave. A sense of camaraderie and purpose permeated the environment, uniting hearts and minds in the quest for a deeper understanding of their ability to influence destiny. At the end of the meeting, the stranger raised their hands in gratitude, a gesture of respect for the power of communication and collective pursuit of self-determination. They concluded, "Remember, dear friends, that you are the artisans of your own journey. Destiny may offer the stage, but it's your choices, your inner strength, and your unwavering determination that will shape the plot. Life is a blank canvas, and you hold the pen in your hands. Write your narrative with firmness, love, and happiness. Be the architects of your own story, with the power to turn obstacles into victories and uncertainties into possibilities. Always remember the story of Maharishi Panini and understand that, like him, you too have the power to redesign the paths of destiny." And so, as the moon shone in the night skies, those present dispersed, carrying with them the fire of self-determination and rejuvenated faith in their own power to carve their destiny. The narrative of Maharishi Panini's bravery continued to encourage and inspire, reaffirming to all that life is a journey of creation and choice, guided by the inner flame of resolution and hope. Live with more wisdom and purpose. Discover the secrets of Buddhist monks in the ebook The Wealth Through the Eyes of Buddhist Monks. Click on the pinned comment and start your journey of transformation.